We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
On September 30th, 1999, a $125 million satellite sent to Mars crashed into Mars due to a conversion error from metric units to customary units. That was decades worth of work gone within just a few seconds because of different units of measurement that the world uses today. Now, before we go further on to the problems of this mess, let's go back in time and look at the history of these two units of measurements. For the majority of recorded history, we have used the weight of a single grain and the length of a hand to measure things. Everybody also had different number systems. This was a problem because trade became very complicated, and as did communications. In France alone, there were 250,000 different units, which meant that if there were to be widespread change, all would go to hell. That widespread change occurred during the French Revolution in 1789. The revolution wasn't just to overthrow the monarchy, they also sought to change society as a whole. So when the new government took place, the Academy of Sciences completely set aside the measurement standards based on arbitrary authority and replaced them with units based on math and science. For instance, 1 meter was defined as 1/10 millionth of the way from the equator to the North Pole. Later, when Napoleon took over, he spread the metric system all throughout Europe, making it a standard system of measurement. It soon was spread around the world. Around the same time, England was spreading the Imperial system through its conquest around the globe. But eventually, England adopted the metric system along with its many colonies and many more now independent countries. But the switch came a bit too late for a new country by the name of the United States of America, and they stuck to the imperial units used by their former rulers. Today, only 3 countries in the world still use the imperial system. In 1975, the US attempted to bring the metric system to their country when they passed the Metric Conversion Act, which led to the creation of the Metric Board who would teach the US about the system. This would have benefited trade, medicine, and many other parts of industry, but the law made the switch voluntary instead of mandatory. Of course, as the rebellious and independent Americans they are, they resisted change and never really caught on. So in 1982, President Reagan disbanded the board. Now, students have to learn both imperial and metric system, making science education much more difficult than it already is. Also, a lot of companies spend extra money making 2 sets of their product, one for metric and the other for imperial. Plus, many people have been hurt and some have even died due to conversion errors. According to the CDC, 3,000 to 4,000 children are brought to the ER due to unintentional overdose every year. And besides the fact that the vast majority of the world uses it, the metric system makes conversion so much easier because all the measures are based on the number 10. So now you're probably thinking, the US needs to make the switch to the metric system to match the rest of the world. However, it would be really hard to make that change. It would take a lot of time and money in order to make the switch, and there isn't really any financial proof that it would be good for the economy. So unless the switch is proven to financially benefit the US, we aren't going to be using the metric system anytime soon. So what do you guys think? Should the US quit being the entitled, rebellious, and idiotic country that it is and make the switch? Or should they stay that it is the way today? I think just from the way I asked the question would give away my standpoint, but for you idiots out there, I think the US should switch. And yes, I am American, and I called my own country some pretty mean names, but we have freedom of speech, so it's okay. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later. Bye!